Good evening. Welcome to Friday night BBC girls basketball as we get ready for opening night in the conference here tonight on the pregame show brought to you by Oberlin and Turnbull Funeral Homes. Tonight it is 5-1 Montpelier set to square off against 1-6 Fayette. And this is a second go-round between these two. They played a non-conference game earlier this month, back on December the 2nd, so 2 weeks ago tonight, a game that Montpelier won handily that night, 51-28. Joining me, of course, tonight is Suzanne Hollabaugh. And Coach, as we get ready for this one, this begins a title defense for Montpelier. They've won the last 3 BBC championships. In fact, they've gone back-to-back seasons without conference losses. So they have been the cream of the crop in the BBC. We feel like much more balance in the BBC potentially this year, but until somebody beats them, they're the 3-time defending champs.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They are the 3-time defending champs, and it will be now. They've had that target on their back for obviously the last 3 years. That target got a little bit bigger this year because of the loss of the players that they had to graduation. But, this group has proven that they can we'll see where they can handle that storm or not.
What stood out for you when we saw them against Eden last week?
Well, I've always been impressed with the Bum girl, Kelsey Bum, and that night the Uribe's girl, Jada, was under the weather and didn't play quite as well as what we've obviously seen her play. Those two kids are the catalyst, but you can't sleep on the Taylor girl. And actually that night, I think let me because I want to make sure I get her name right. The one that was McGee, I almost said McCray. McGee, I really liked the McGee girl that night. She just goes about it quietly, but she comes up with some big things and helps her team. And I'm anxious to see her play tonight to see if I get that same effect.
This is our first look at Fayette this year. Ryan Colgrove in the 4th year of his second stint at Fayette, an extremely young basketball team. In fact, the roster for the varsity and the JV are the same. They lost 7 to graduation. They're playing a mixture of upperclassmen and youth, but only 1 senior on this team. So a growing season again after a 1-win year last year.
Yeah, watching them warm up at halftime, there were 3 girls left. The rest of them obviously playing JV. But as we're watching this JV team, there's some talent. There's some young talent coming. So it's just a matter, again, of being patient. Those kids understanding, when you get to that next level, the speed increases, the strength, and, everything changes a little bit. But from what we saw in the JV, I think the future looks pretty bright.
Going to take a break here on the Oberlin and Turnbull Funeral Homes and Crematory pregame. Our Brian Ford Lincoln conversation with the coaches when we come back. For all of your insurance needs, see Denny Gehrig or Elaine Hake at Gehrig's All-Star Insurance Agency, East Main Street in Montpelier. Gehrig's All-Star Insurance Agency offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance, plus financial responsibility bonds are available. Gehrig's All-Star Insurance Agency wants to salute and congratulate all of the area athletes for their time and commitment. Good luck to all the athletes. From Gehrig's All-Star Insurance Agency, East Main Street, Montpelier.
Why do so many people travel to Jason East Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knurk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason East Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Hi, I'm Paul Rohrig Jr. at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. We hope that you and your family will have the best that the holiday season affords. The best of health, the best of family, and the best of happiness. The Fackler Monument Company sincerely wishes that you and your loved ones are safe this season and that the coming year will bring you success and happiness. Have a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Years from Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. Serving families since 1924.
Friday night basketball in the BBC and our Brian Ford Lincoln conversation with Montpelier head basketball coach Mike Bum, and coming in playing, I think, pretty solid basketball, at least from an outside perspective. Would you agree? And I guess talk a little bit about, you see him every day. How are you playing, practicing and playing now?
Well, I thought this last week was the best week of practice we've had all year. So that's a good sign. And we're 5-1 right now. So, we're where we want to be going into the second half of the season here after the holidays. Got a couple tough games, obviously, before the break. Fayette tonight, obviously, and then we have a quick turnaround with Ayersville at 12 o'clock on a Saturday tomorrow. And then we play Pettysville, who's playing really good basketball before we get to the holiday break. But 5-1 right now with a team that I think has a ceiling, has a high ceiling, and I don't think we've even come close to reaching that ceiling. So the hopes is that we can put it all together here in the back half of the season where our schedule gets significantly more difficult and win some of those games that maybe on paper people weren't expecting us to win.
All right, now what do you need to see to get to that higher ceiling? I mean, what are some things that you're looking for you to kind of get there or get close to that mark?
Yeah, good question. Just doing what we're doing right now. Again, I like how we come to practice. We don't miss practices. We've got good kids from great families, and that's a big help right there. We're going through a stretch here of kids here at Montpelier. They're good students, good kids, good families. And those types of kids generally get better as the season goes on because they're high sports character types of kids. And my experience has been, you get to about, I don't know if we're quite halfway yet here, but you get to a point in the season, whatever the sports have been, and you start to see teams either go in one direction or another. And with the personal character of the type of kids that we have, I think our direction will go upward and we'll continue to get better. So to answer your question, I guess in short, just doing everything we're doing, coming to practice every day, coming with great energy and great passion, doing all the little things right, trying to do better, and we're doing that. So good things will happen. I think that we've got the parts there to be good this year and into the future if we can just kind of get it together. And they're doing everything they're supposed to be doing. So it's hard to, even when we don't play well, Angie, it's hard for me to get too upset because it's not from a lack of effort. It's not from a lack of, not being mentally engaged. It's just sometimes that, we're making mistakes because of lack of experience.
All right, let's talk Fayette. I know they're off to a slow start, although they did just pick up their first win earlier this week. Tell me about this Lady Eagles team.
Well, again, coming off a win against, as you said, against Wait, so there's going to confidence is going to be sky high, and they did a lot of good things with us the first time. Now, we didn't have Kelsey Bum play that day because of a sprained ankle, so that'll make a difference. We would like to think, so certainly, I guess the big thing is a team that maybe you're favored in. You want to take care of them early and jump on them quickly so that you don't give them that confidence level going into the second part of the game. So I guess the key would be is to apply a lot of pressure, especially early on. I do like the team that they've got. They got a lot of young talent. Fayette does, and gave us enough fits that first half. I guess the first time we were playing over there against Fayette, but. I think the big key is just kind of get on them, apply a lot of pressure early, and hopefully have a chance to win there in the second half.
Hey, and this is a start of a defense of the BBC Championship. You've won 3 in a row, and you'd love to make it 4 in a row, and you want to get off to a good start.
Well, certainly it's going to be a lot more difficult this year. I think there's about 4 or 5 teams that could possibly win the conference. I like to think we're one of those teams. I do not think the league champion will be undefeated this year like we had better than the last couple of years. I think they're going to have at least one blemish on their record. So it's a long season. Again, we're going to be focused. We're not good enough to think big picture right now, although we have talked about big long-term goals, and of course that's always to win the conference. But I think if we just kind of stay centered, stay positive, and the kids to keep doing what they're doing. Again, we've got a high ceiling with this club, and you've done one of our games. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's there. I mean, if we put all the pieces together, and when that will exactly come, hopefully it'll come this year. I don't know, but when we put all the pieces together, we're going to be pretty decent.
Foz, appreciate the time. Best of luck against Fayette here in this one, and happy holidays.
Andy, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you covering high school sports.
Forget cars and purses. Thieves are after your identity. Recovering your stolen identity can cost hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The Central Mutual Insurance Company offers coverages that can help you recover from the devastating effects of identity theft. For your security, your protection, and your peace of mind, trust Central Mutual Insurance Company in Andrews, O'Neill, and Lowe. With offices in Archbold, Bryan, and Wasion, or you can find us online at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
Looking to earn good money in a great work atmosphere? Come join the team at 2020 Custom Molded Plastics in Holiday City. They're now looking for full-time and part-time production operators, and they have schedules that fit everyone. Earn $500 monthly for perfect attendance, refer a friend, and get a $500 referral bonus. No mandated overtime, clean environment, and full benefits at 30 days. Apply online today at 2020cmp.com, then stop in Monday through Friday from 9 to 4 for open interviews on Selwyn Drive in Holiday City.
Check out the newest, most exciting venue in the area. The Eager Beaver Axe Hole is Defiance's first axe throwing venue with axe throwing lanes, VIP room, full service bar, pool leagues, and more. Schedule your lane today. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, or call 419-980-7121. That's 419-980-7121. The Eager Beaver Axe Hole, Defiance's first axe throwing venue.
Friday night in the BBC, and this is a BBC game tonight. Ryan Colgrove joining us from Fayette as the Lady Eagles get ready for Montpelier, and our Brian Ford Lincoln conversation with the head coaches. And hey, Ryan, thanks for the time here on the pregame show. I guess before we dive into Montpelier, I know not the start necessarily you were hoping for at 1-6. You did just get your first win, though, earlier this week, so something positive there. I guess I'll let you talk a little bit about the season as a whole for Fayette, just from the outside looking in, a very young basketball team. So talk a little bit about that and everything else with this season, if you would.
Yeah, we only have one senior. And we don't return a lot of varsity experience. We had 6 seniors last year, so they played a majority of the minutes. So we've got Nevaeh Powers coming back as a point guard, with the only one that has a ton of varsity experience. So yeah, we're young. The freshmen add a lot of intensity and some success. They've had success at the younger levels, so they've helped push the older girls. And but yeah, it's not the greatest start so far, but we did get a win on Monday, so we're hoping to build on that as we head into BBC play, with this being our opening night of the BBC.
And obviously when you kind of commit to a youth movement, whether it's out of necessity or because it's a deserved thing because the girls are pushing for that playing time like you're talking about, you got to get a buy-in from everybody, from your upperclassmen, and kind of mold that team chemistry. Has that been the case with your older kids right now, your juniors and your one senior, that they've bought into this youth movement and the young kids playing?
Yeah, that's an ongoing process for us. Our total numbers, we only have 12 total, so everybody's dressing up for varsity, and we have a couple juniors dressing down just to help the JV numbers wise. So it's kind of been a crazy numbers game for us. We've had a game when we only had 10, and we still played 4-quarter JV and 4-quarter varsity. So it's been kind of a learning process for the younger ones to kind of mix in with the older ones. I say a lot out of necessity, and the fact that some of the younger ones are really pushing the older ones. So it's been very competitive at practice, which is making it good for us. The kids are really starting to embrace the competitiveness, and that's just going to make us better as we go along.
Ryan, when your group is playing pretty well, what do they do well, and where have been some problem spots here through your first 7 games?
Yeah, our big thing is if we're playing well, we're usually shooting it decent from the outside. We've shot a decent amount of threes in the games that we've been competitive in. Those threes have fallen, and then Nevaeh Powers getting to the basket is big for us because she can break down the defense a little bit. If she can get into the paint and either get little jumpers in the paint or get to the rim or get kickouts for our girls to shoot the three. We've kind of had point of emphasis for this last little bit, especially after we played Montpelier the first time, is to work on the pressure stuff in practice. So we're trying to pressure more in practice, so that way offensively we're used to that pressure, because that's kind of been one of our downfalls this year, is going against pressure.
I was just going to ask about that first game. What are some keys for your kids, other than dealing with some of that defensive pressure you're going to see? What are some other things that were takeaways maybe from the first time that will allow you an opportunity maybe here in this one tonight, Ryan?
Yeah, the pressure is a big one, and I've talked to the girls, about it after rewatching the game again. Did a lot of the stuff was fundamental stuff, being in help side, being in the right spots defensively, being able to stop dribble penetration defensively. So it's been a lot of kind of going back to the basics for us to emphasize those things, and then just a few situational things with Montpelier.
Looking forward to this one tonight, Ryan. Thanks for the time. Good luck against the Lady Locos here in this BBC matchup.
Thank you.
When you're in need of a new appliance, go to your local appliance dealer, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, and take it home today. They carry hundreds of new, used, and scratch and dent appliances in stock, and they carry the brands you need: Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, and GE to take home right now with you. Then when you have something wrong in years to come, Direct Link will also service everything. No need to call that 800 number and talk to someone you don't know. Just call Direct Link at 419-636-4541, and they'll be out to fix it for you, whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, your local appliance dealer.
The Fayette Athletic Boosters would like everyone to know how proud they are of the Fayette Eagles basketball teams, both the girls and the boys. They always work very hard, putting their heart into every game they play. The Fayette Athletic Boosters will always be proud of them and will always support them. Good luck to all the basketball players in today's game and on your tournament run from the Fayette Athletic Boosters. The Fayette Athletic Boosters are proud supporters of all the Fayette Eagles athletes.
When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about your world, more about what you need. And that's exactly what you'll get with me, Molly Culler, your local Allstate agent. An agent who doesn't just know what it's like to live in Bryan, but one who wants to protect life here as much as you do. Give me a call for your free quote today. Allstate, you're in good hands.
Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions. Back at the rail yard in Montpelier, inching closer to the opening tip. Montpelier 5-1 and winners of 5 in a row. They won 19 a year ago and finished 7-0 in the BBC. Fayette 1-6 and they went 1-21 last season. The lineups, the keys, and the officials, plus the opening tip when we come back.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Hi, Dan Stuckey here, broker owner of Real Estate Advantage Team. Are you looking for a realtor that will put your wants and needs first? Whether you're looking for a new home or selling your current home, I am with you every step of the way. If you're selling, I will do a comparative market analysis for you so you know what your home should sell for, and I will market your home using the most up-to-date methods available. If you're ready to buy a home, I will go out of my way to get you in the home of your dreams. I work around your schedule and provide you you with all the information you need to make the best home buying decision. With over 25 years of real estate experience, I am your trusted real estate advisor. Also, as a Christian-based business, when you buy or sell a home through Real Estate Advantage Team, I will donate 10% of the company's net income from your sale to a church or nonprofit charity of your choice, honoring you as the reason for the donation. So let's get you moving. Call 419-636-5100. That's 419-636-5100.
Your friends at your neighborhood Eden Farmers Co-op Country Store would like to invite you to stop in at the Eden, Montpelier, and Edgerton stores to check out their complete line of pet supplies, animal feed, and outdoor products. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is ready to answer all of your questions concerning their complete line of Kalmbach, Land O'Lakes, and much, much more. For your convenience, your purchase can be carried to your vehicle by one of their employees. Be sure to stop by soon and see them at your hometown country store, the Eden Farmers Co-op. Fackler Monument Company starters for Montpelier: Kelsey Bum, a 5'3" sophomore; Aaliyah Hillard, a 5'3" sophomore; Mira McGee, a 5'7" junior; Mandy Taylor, a 5'10" junior; and Jada Uribe's, a 5'9" sophomore. For Fayette, coached by Ryan Colgrove, Emerson Sinks, a 5'9" junior; Demi Stores, a 5'5" junior; Hannah Kovar, a 5'5" senior; Nevaeh Powers, a 5' junior; and Kennedy Ramey, a 5'2" junior. Lineups from Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier. Tri-State Vision Center officials are Mike Varner, Todd Bidlack, and Nick Borovich. How does Fayette find their way to a fourth quarter game and have a shot in this one, Coach H?
Exactly what I was going to say. They've got to keep it close, get themselves into the fourth quarter, and I think they do that by using this youth and this, even though it's inexperience, it's energy. And a lot of times, sometimes, that can play in your favor. So put some pressure on the ball handlers, try to get some early turnovers, try to get some confidence going early. And again, keep it close. I think also steal some buckets on the rebounds. We talk about that a lot. And obviously they've got to take care of the basketball because Montpelier does a good job of forcing a lot of turnovers.
That was the secret sauce the first time from Montpelier. They just pressured the heck out of them. Yep. So obviously that becomes a big key tonight as well. And can they get a little more balance? It was the Kelsey Bum show last time. I expect more contributions tonight.
Yeah, I'd really like to see him get Mandy Taylor involved early because I think she needs a game where she can feel like she's really doing some things inside.
Uribe's and Sinks jump it up. Sinks and Fayette win the tip, and they'll move left to right. Nevaeh Powers gives it up on the left side now and has it in the hands of Stores. Stores on the left wing. Montpelier man-to-man, guarded by McGee. Now to Powers. Powers out high on the left. On the wing to Ramey. Ramey guarded right now by Uribe's. Started to dribble, penetrate, not there. Stores has it nearly taken away. Hillard does take it away because she forces a held ball, and the arrow will favor Montpelier.
Yeah, young lady just took one dribble and picked it up, and you can't do that. You've got to, if you're going to dribble, you got to dribble with a purpose. Know what you're going to do with it, and know what you're going to do with it to pick up your dribble.
Kelsey Bum, right to left, crosses midcourt. It's a 2-3 look defensively from Fayette. Comes over to Hillard. Bounce pass on the back cut for Taylor. Misses the lay-in attempt with the left hand. Loose basketball grabbed by Ramey, tied up by Taylor, but the arrow favors the Fayette Eagles.
That was a well-designed, well-executed, just could not get the finish. But what a nice pass. Threaded that right through.
As anticipated, full court pressure from Montpelier. Powers clears it. It's man pressure. Hillard on her. Powers gets a high ball screen out in front from Sinks. Fayette won the JV game 34-7, but again, a lot of these same kids play both levels just because it's a numbers game. Here's Powers, dribble drive baseline, sealed off initially by Bum. Now she got around, but pinned herself underneath the basket, and then it bounces off Fayette and belongs to Montpelier as it goes out of bounds.
Again, she'd have been, she'd have been better served to keep that dribble and get back out of there.
So scoreless game, a little more than a minute in on the Andres O'Neill & Lowe scoreboard. Hillard has the basketball, drives and dishes to McGee. McGee at the elbow, touches it off to Uribe's. Uribe's now to Hillard, top of the key. Bum jacks up a three and buries it to start this one.
That young lady she's a player. She's fun to watch.
3-0.
Squaring her shoulders and knocking that down.
Here's Stores on the wing. Bounces it now to Powers. Powers, top of the key dribble, guarded by Hillard. Started to attack, foul line, nothing there. Bounce pass over to the right side to Ramey. Ramey now to the free throw line. Kick out now to Stores for three. Good. Demi Stores hits the first Fayette basket of the night to tie it at 3.
Yeah, and she also did a nice job getting those feet set.
Along the baseline, McGee stepped back to try to get a better angle, unable to do so. Sinks the rebound for Fayette. Fayette now searching for their first lead of the early going in this 3-3 tie. 5:45 to play in the first quarter. Here is Powers, angling right side on the dribble. Powers knocked away for a moment, now knocked away again by Hillard, knocked away a third time, and finally Montpelier with possession, and then a reach and a foul. Powers frustrated that she'd had some issues handling the basketball.
Exactly right. That was definitely a frustration foul. Notice down here when Fayette's on offense that Kelsey Bum's in a new position. She's down there playing post defense.
So Bum will bring it across the timeline in a 3-3 game. 5.5 to go. Montpelier won the first go-round, a non-conference game, 51-28. Pick and roll, Hillard to Taylor, who got a better angle this time and uses her dominant hand to finish.
Yeah, she's the one I'd like to see them get more involved in the offense.
Good-looking set from Montpelier, and now a timeout, Ryan Colgrove. 5:17 to go in the quarter. 5-3 Montpelier. We'll be right back.
You know where to go when your vehicle has been in an accident, but why should you take that same vehicle to Jason Deets Collision and Service when you need an oil change, brake job, or any other routine maintenance? It's because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have 60 years of combined experience diagnosing and repairing domestic, foreign, and classic automobiles. They have a state-of-the-art alignment machine that ensures a perfect alignment every time, and the training and expertise to fix your problem the first time. So whether it's a crash or take your vehicle to Jason Deets Collision and Service.
Quick timeout by Ryan Colgrove, as we said, in the fourth year of his second stint at Fayette. He oversaw kind of a golden era of Fayette basketball back in your time at Eden. They were really solid for about, a 4 or 5 year stretch there.
They were.
What did he want to talk about in that timeout? In just a 5-3 game, they do turn it over coming out and then deflect it out of bounds, stays with Montpelier.
Yeah, I'm sure he talked about getting the offense going and obviously cutting down on the turnovers, which they just committed. So
here's your Reeves. Gives it right back to Bum. Zone look still from Fayette. Over to the right side of the floor it goes. Now check that, they're going man. Here's Bum for three on the wing. Rattles around, no good. Rebound to Fayette. And Hannah Kovar, who's tied up. Possession arrow will go Montpelier's way.
Yeah, and there you go. There's your shooter who has the best look at the rebound, and Kelsey tracked that down.
Hillard bounce pass inside to McGee. Shot partially blocked. Going up, Emerson Sinks comes down with a basketball. Crossover dribble now, Powers crossing midcourt into the half-court offense now. 4:40 to go. First quarter, 5-3 Montpelier. High ball screen set by Kovar. Ball knocked away out in front a couple of times again by by Kelsey Bum. Loose basketball. Stores able to get it back. Now it's into Powers' hands. Powers tries to turn the corner with a left hand and one.
Nice move and finish at the basket. Had some bumps along the way and was still able to get there and finish.
First foul on Kelsey Bum.
They're going to take that. Oh, wow. Okay.
So it isn't an and one opportunity.
Wow.
It's out of bounds.
I would not be happy.
And now it's a Fayette turnover.
I would not be happy if I were Coach Colgrove on that one. I thought that was should have been and one situation. But, yeah, nice, another turnover.
Casey Humbarger and Tatum Grimm come in for the first time for Montpelier tonight. 5-3 it remains. On the wing, Bum with it. Also, Lila Mahan has come in as well. So only Bum and Uribe's remain. And the entry pass from Mahan is stolen away. Good quick hands by Stores and then deflected out of bounds off Montpelier.
They have that just the first turnover for the Locos.
Inbounds up into the front court now. Here's Powers. Powers buried on the baseline. Powers gets around Mahan, squeezes through a double team, takes a jump shot, no good. Rebound, though, offensively. Powers up and no good. Another shot at a rebound, but it's ripped away by Bum, poked away by Ramey, and off Fayette. So Montpelier keeps it at the 3:45 mark. By the way, at halftime, Holgate leads Eden 19-14. This is opening night in the BBC in girls basketball. That game off to an earlier start because there was no JV game, a low numbers situation for Holgate. Bum, runner along the baseline, no good. Rebound out of bounds off Fayette. 3 shot attempts for Fayette. Montpelier has 7 in this opening quarter. And Montpelier clinging to a 5-3 lead. Here's Tatum Grimm on the wing right side. Gives it up to Uribe. Spin move Uribe. Hands back to Grimm. Out in front now to Humbarger. Humbarger top of the key. Now over to Grimm, right side. Grimm dribble drive along to the baseline. Into the lane to Mahan. 12-footer is an air ball short. May have been partially tipped. Sinks the rebound. That's her 3rd board of the early going. Here's Nevaeh Powers. Dribble drive to the free throw line. Bounce pass left side to Kovar. Kovar's leaner off glass, no good. Loose rebound to Grimm. So we're stuck on 5-3 now for about 3 minutes of action. Bum kicks it into gear, off glass, and score it.
Saw a crease, little hesitation, dribble, get to the basket, and finish. Well done.
5 for Kelsey Bum. 7-3, Montpelier advantage. 2.5 to go in this first quarter. Right side, Ramey gets a high screen from Sinks. A reach and a foul. Going to go on Tatum Grimm, her first, team second.
Yeah, they need to set a little more screen action to get kids open, and they need a little less dribble. Dribbling is the one that's getting them in trouble with that 5-turnover quarter so far.
Sideline inbounds comes in to Kovar. She goes left to right across the timeline. Make that Powers. Powers over to Stores. Mahan too aggressive. Gets her first foul with that on-the-ball defensive pressure.
Yeah, that's another thing Fayette can hope for is maybe a little foul trouble for Montpelier.
Montpelier definitely more depth here in mid-December than Fayette. Nice take to the rim, and Powers sees it swatted away and out of bounds. So it'll stay Fayette possession.
Yeah, I'm not sure she took that right hand off, maybe a little early, but nonetheless, nice drive.
Inbounds into the key to Sinks. Wrestling for it, Sinks and Grimm. Possession arrow stays with Fayette. So we mentioned Ryan Colgrove. He is 67 and 105 as head coach in those 2 stints. Mike Bum in his 4th year at Montpelier, 55 and 20. Loose basketball. Another turnover by Fayette as Mahan gets on the deck to snag it away. Uribe brings it ahead. Uribe's right side, lane C open, and the layup is no good. Grimm and Sinks locked up. Montpelier has the arrow this time. Good take by J.D. Uribe. He's just unable to finish.
Yeah, most of the shots that Montpelier has had has been at the basket, so they've been very aggressive getting to the basket. Fayette's got to do a better job on the defensive glass, securing it and not allowing Montpelier to tie them up.
Addison Shong in, a 5'5 freshman for Fayette. A 3 on the way. Uribe's no good. Offensive rebound, Montpelier. By the way, Aaliyah Hillard has come back for the Lady Locos. Hillard with excellent quickness and speed. Now it's into the hands of Uribe. Spin dribble into the lane. And a foul as she was on the way up. It's a hold. And is it 2? It is 2.
Okay.
2 shots for Jada.
Not saying that shouldn't be a 2-shot foul, but that one's no different than the other end down here. Nice drive by Jada.
Bum and Uribe are the leading scorers at 9 a game for Montpelier. As Uribe hits the free throw, she's a 62% foul shooter. 9 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist and steal per game. It's an 8-3 lead, and now a 9-3 lead for Montpelier. First 2 of the night for her. Mira McGee comes to get J.D. Uribe. We're at the midway point of December. Are we at the point where coaches have found their rotations yet, or is this still an ending search?
I think it depends on the team, in all honesty. I think Montpelier, I think Coach Bum has. I'm not sure Coach Colgrove has.
Humbarger and Montpelier get the steal, but then give it right back to Fayette, so they exchange turnovers. Now it's Powers at the elbow. Powers left of the lane. She loses the dribble, and the loose ball again. Fayette keeps it with 1:07 to play in the quarter.
Yeah, she's made a couple really nice drives to the basket, but she's also lost the handle several times too.
Kennedy Ramey back in for Fayette for Nevaeh Powers. On the wing, here's Shong. Shong brings it on the bounce out in front. Shong, right side of the floor, over now to Ramey. Ramey just below the foul line, and a reach and a foul on Aaliyah Hillard. That'll be her first.
And that one was all predicated on that top screen and being able to get around it, and that pinned the Montpelier defender and got her behind. Hillard got a little bit behind, and that's why she committed that foul.
So here's Ramey at the free throw line. The left-hander knocks down the first free throw.
Yeah, it's going to be important for Fayette if they get to the free throw line to hit those free throws.
Taylor for Grimm. Ramey, an 82% free throw shooter on the season, and looked the part there. She hit both of them.
I don't think the net hardly moved.
9-5 Montpelier. Here's Mahan exploding to the basket, and it dances in.
Yeah, missed assignment. Somebody didn't know they had her. Nice job recognizing it, getting it to the basket.
Poked away from behind. Montpelier creates the turnover. Mahan ahead now to Hillard. Hillard on a run out, loops it over the top for Humbarger. They'll have to clear it out in front. Top of the key, Taylor. Half minute to go in the quarter. 11-5 Montpelier. Humbarger takes a step back three. It's off target, no good. Offensive rebound, McGee inside to Mahan. Muscles that up, no good. Montpelier getting plenty of shots, just not shooting incredibly well here in the opening quarter.
There's some adjustment that'll have to be made for the second quarter for Fayette for sure.
Here's Ramey with 7, with 6. Her runner off glass, no good. Rebound Montpelier. Hillard looks ahead. Mahan launches, no good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 11-5 Montpelier, end of one. BBC Girls Hoops on B-Rock Sports.
If your list has a do-it-yourselfer on it, then the only place for you to shop is Donaldson's Ace Hardware on North Union Street in Bryan. VersaStack 230-piece wrench set for only $129. DeWalt lithium-ion compact drill driver kit, impact driver, orbital sander tool only, Bluetooth job site speaker, or a 2-pack of compact batteries, all for only $99 each with Ace Rewards. Basically, you'll find everything your craftsman or do-it-yourselfer needs to start or finish that project, from cordless power tools to screwdrivers. Don't know for sure what they need? A gift certificate is always just right. All at Donaldson's Ace Hardware in Bryan. You never know what life will throw your way, so you always need to be protected. At Danielle Van Atta Agency in Bryan, they will take care of you. With years of experience and expertise in the field, Danielle and her team will get you headed in the right direction with your home, auto, life, or business insurance. So when life throws something at you, you know you're protected the right way. Contact Danielle Van Atta Agency today at 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan, or call 419-636-0408. Danielle Van Atta Agency, ready to help protect you.
Neither team shooting the basketball well. Montpelier getting multiple opportunities, though. 4 of 15, 1 of 5 from the three-point line. Fayette just 1 of 6 and 0 for 1 from 3. We'll get to a couple of other numbers in a minute. Pick and roll for Taylor, unable to connect at point-blank range. Here comes Shong. Shong gets it up ahead, high off glass for Kelsey Stores, who just came in. That's no good. Too many turnovers in that first quarter for Fayette, too.
I had them for 8. And another thing they've got to make an adjustment is hit the offensive glass. I only had them for 1 offensive board.
Here's McGee. Tries to swing it into the painted area. 5-footer. That is off target. Defensive rebound for the Lady Eagles. Hannah Kovar, the only senior on the roster. Right-hand dribble across midcourt onto the wing. Picks that dribble up now. In some trouble. Gets some help. Leaner by Shong, no good. Off of Montpelier and out of bounds.
That was a nice back cut. She didn't have enough oomph on the shot, but that was a nice back cut she made.
It'll be Ramey from the baseline. 11-5 Montpelier here on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Inbounds to Mesa Gorsuch, who is tied up. Gorsuch just came in. Fayette will keep it. Gorsuch, a 5'4" freshman. So we've seen Gorsuch as a freshman, Kelsey Stores as a freshman, and Addison Shong as a freshman.
And I was impressed with the Stores girl in the JV game. She was pretty smooth.
Bounce pass, 5-second call before the bounce pass was released. So another Fayette giveaway.
Yeah, your teammates have to get open. Again, screening and against the man and or just V-cuts. Get yourself open, girls.
Krista, keep us updated if you see anything on social media as well. We have an individual honor as Montpelier turns it over on a pick and roll as Sage Woolis was 9 away from 1,000 tonight. That game going on in Stryker North Central. Something to keep an eye on this evening in conference. By the way, speaking of conference play, a reach and a foul, and Kelsey Bum will have her second personal of this opening half of play. GMC will start conference play, or is starting conference play tonight in boys basketball.
I think that was a gift for Fayette because I thought she looked like she tied that up pretty neatly.
For the time being, Bum will stay in there. Shong on the left side shovels it off to a 3-ball, no good from Kelsey Stores. The rebound to Montpelier. Fayette now one of their first 9 from the field with 9 turnovers. Here's Bum, throws it over the top to Jada Uribes. Puts it in spin cycle as she spun into the lane. Gives it up now to Bum. 6 and change to go in the half. Kelsey Bum fouled on her way to the basket. Will get 2 free throws.
And that's one thing. If you're scouting Montpelier, you know that both Bum and Uribes like to take the ball to the basket, and there's got to be some help defense, and that time there was none. Nice take by Kelsey.
Gorsuch gets her first foul. Bum, 9 points, 2.5 boards, 2.5 assists, 3.5 steals a game, shooting 53% from the field, just 50% at the foul line, but does rattle in that first one to give her 6 on the night.
Really? 50%?
Yeah.
I can't believe that. She's too good of a shooter to not.
I don't think Coach Bum is sandbagging me. Maybe.
Yeah. You sandbagged me the last time telling me she was in some sort of a shooting slump.
She was averaging 4 a game coming into that one.
Hard to believe.
And a turnover. Bum and Uribes combine and then have it knocked back. Did Kelsey just get number 3? Yep. She did. So Kelsey Bum with 3 fouls now on a reach near midcourt.
Well, I'm just going to say, you forget, or I forget in watching her, she's just a sophomore. I just forget that because she doesn't really play. But that's one of those things where, when you're older, you understand you cannot be that aggressive.
So her half is probably done now unless they steal offensive trips here or there later in the half or something. But with 3 personals.
Yeah, and I wouldn't probably it depends on obviously the score, but.
Right now you're up 8 with 5:56 left.
Of course, I was always a chicken. I never took too many chances. My husband always liked to tell me that too.
Kelsey Stores back in. Mesa Gorsuch gives it up now to Nevaeh Powers. Powers on the baseline. They look down low, not there. Somehow the ball goes all the way along the baseline to another Fayette teammate. Now Hillard gets the deflection. Hillard goes to get the loose ball. Hillard on the wing, gives it up to McGee. McGee to Taylor. Here's Uribes now. She becomes scoring option number 1, and a bump and a foul. And that Fayette foul is going to go on Gorsuch, and that's her second of the first half. 4th team foul. Trigger person now on the inbounds will be Aaliyah Hillard. 13-5 Montpelier on the Andres O'Neill scoreboard. Back cut for McGee, who's tied up by Gorsuch, and the arrow stays with the Lady Locos.
Yeah, it's amazing to me as I watch the inbounds, and we just did the Brian Napoleon game, and twice the Roadhouse girl threw it off the back of the defender.
Yep.
It's amazing to me how many kids are not seeing the basketball. They're just so zeroed in on their player.
Good ball movement around to Uribes off that inbounds play. Here's Mahan, a step to the baseline. Her runner is no good. Scramble for the rebound and another jump, and the arrow goes Fayette's way.
I know we've said this a million times. Best rule change they ever made was not lining those up every time.
Amen to that. Montpelier utilizing that full court pressure, getting the steal. Off the steal, here's Uribes, fouled on the way up.
Good foul.
And Jada Uribes will shoot a pair.
But Fayette's got to take better care of the basketball. You can just see that, Jada was just baiting her, just waiting for that pass to deflect it.
Kelsey Storrs gets her first foul. Uribe's now 2 for 3 at the line as she missed that first one. Slow crawling third quarter right now. We're at 5:10 to go in it. And it feels like 2 minutes and 50 seconds have gone 2 hours and 50 minutes. Second free throw, no good. We just had a ton of jump balls, ton of turnovers.
Yep.
We have 11 team fouls in the half. But it's only an 8-point game. Here's Shong to try to make it closer. Her three is an air ball on that wing far side, but touched last by Montpelier as they were trying to harness it in. So Fayette keeping it. Backdoor, Montpelier went to sleep defensively, and it's laid up and in by Shong, and that's enough to have Montpelier take a 30-second timeout.
Yeah.
13-7 Montpelier, back in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Paul Rohrig Jr. at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. We hope that you and your family will have the best that the holiday season affords. The best of health, the best of family, and the best of happiness. The Fackler Monument Company sincerely wishes that you and your loved ones are safe this season and that the coming year will bring you success and happiness. Have a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Years from Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. Serving families since 1924.
Girls final, Holgate 43, Eden 34 tonight in the BBC. Boys basketball, end of one. Ottoville 17-4 lead on Lincoln View, and Lima Central Catholic on top of Kalida 13-8. A gathering timeout.
I'll tell you, just because my great nephews play in junior high at Antwerp, Lincoln View's got two teams coming, 7th and 8th grade. Both can shoot it.
Okay,
What I've been told.
We'll keep an eye on that Lincoln View bunch.
Yep.
Mike Bum has to try to get some things together here, and out of the timeout, won't like that. Fayette gets the steal. Driving layup, no good by Powers. Rebound is loose, and another held ball. This time it's Montpelier possession.
Really nice defense that time, though. Getting back on that was that Mahan girl. She is quick and feisty. I like her.
Tatum Grimm and Casey Humbarger come in. Basketball to the Lady Locos. Their biggest lead tonight has been 8. 13-5 at one time, and now it's 13-7. Been a while since Montpelier has scored. Remember, Kelsey Bum sitting with 3 fouls. A 3 rattles around, no good for Humbarger. Trickles out of bounds off Fayette.
You know, sometimes the worst thing can happen is when you play a team and you beat them pretty easily, that sometimes you think that's what's going to happen automatically the second time.
Yep, that's a great point. Humbarger, another 3, going to catch and shoot. No good. Offensive rebound. McGee fouled on the way up, and that'll be Shong collecting the foul. And Mira McGee will go to the line.
Yeah, again, that youth of Fayette, but one of the things you have to do is when the shot goes up, you've got to find a body to put a body on. You got to box out.
And Mira McGee, that was her first miss at the foul line this season. Had been 100%. 6 points. 3 rebounds and an assist and steal per game.
She's another one of those kids that got to watch out for by the end of the season, I think. She continues to work at it and get better.
Missed both free throws. Offensive rebound to Uribe's.
I'm laughing only because she came right over the top. Ooh.
Here's Grimm. High right side to Humbarger. Humbarger comes top side to Hillard. Around to the baseline left to Grimm. Sealed off and traveled with a basketball. And Montpelier, boy, this is a search right now. Where's the offense? Nothing's coming for them right now. They are 4 for 20 from the field for the half.
Yeah, they are struggling big time this quarter. 0 for 5.
Yes.
Still no rhythm whatsoever.
That's great way to say it. Up 6, trying to make it 4. It will not drop for Demi Storrs, but in the act, she was fouled.
And once again, that's just Montpelier not getting back and getting on defense, and that's very unlike the Montpelier Lady Locos. Normally they hustle back and get back quickly.
2 fouls on Grimm. Storrs misses the free throw. 75% free throw shooter on the season. Top scorer is Powers at 8 a game. She hits 1 of 2. It's a Fayette team that scores just 31 a game, so Points are at a premium for them. They have sliced it to 5, though, here. 3.5 to go in the first half. Grimm on the baseline. Grimm into the lane. Drop pass, threw that one too hard and hot for McGee. They're lucky to keep it because it ricocheted off Kennedy Ramey out of bounds.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They're lucky to keep that. They just cannot find that rhythm on offense. And this is a time for Fayette to take advantage because you've got Bum, the main ball handler, on the bench with 3 fouls.
Here's Humbarger on the wing. Rotates it out to Tatum Grimm. She'll come around to Hillard now, high on the left side. Bounce pass into Grimm. Somehow got through, found a good angle, and Tatum Grimm kissed it in off the glass.
Another nice bounce pass into.
A much-needed field goal to make it 15-8. A Fayette runner at the other end, no good. Offensive rebound, Stores just throws it up off glass, no good. Now McGee and Ramey are locked up, and Fayette has the possession arrow. Updated scores. Defiance 20, Van Wert 11 after one in boys hoops. Sage Willis did get her 1,000th point, so congratulations. We don't have a score to update on.
Absolutely.
She's the 11th to do it in boys-girls history at striker.
Congrats.
And we'll
well
get you
deserved.
Very well deserved. Hardest work. You always love when your best player is your hardest working player.
Yes.
Shot rejected. McGee the other way, gets ahead of the pack initially and then called for a travel. She was just kind of unsure of how to finish or if she should finish.
Should have. Anytime you get that ball anywhere near the basket in the paint, take your chances.
Still 15-8. This is a 4-3 quarter right now. Montpelier was up 11-5 after one. Pick and roll not there, broken up by the length of Uribe's. And now a reach and a foul on Fayette on Kelsey Stores.
Just a frustration foul because she made the bad pass.
She should have gone bounce.
Yep, absolutely. If they're high, you go low. If they're low, you go high.
And on that foul, we walk to the Montpelier end, and Jada Uribe's will shoot a 1-and-1.
Yeah, Montpelier started out shooting free throws pretty well, 4 for 4, and then the bottom has fallen out in the last 4.
Jada 2 for 4 at the foul line tonight. And that one kicked out on her. Offensive rebound, Taylor had it poked away, but another chance coming. Grimm to McGee, long 2 from the right elbow, no. Another chance, Grimm down low, and it hit the top of the backboard, so it becomes a dead ball, and it goes Fayette's way at the 2:27 mark.
And again, something that Fayette's definitely going to have to address at halftime. You've got to keep Montpelier from getting those extra shots.
Here's Powers, and a foul on Aaliyah Hillard.
Is that 2? Yeah.
And it's 1-and-1 for Fayette. They are 3 for 4 at the line tonight. Powers shooting 1 in bonus here. We mentioned she's their leading scorer at 8 a game. 61% on the season at the foul line. No. Rebound Taylor for the Lady Locos. Now McGee. Again, Kelsey Bum down with 3 fouls. Grimm rotates it out on top to McGee. Left foul line extended to Uribe's. Now back to McGee. McGee throws to the post, wants Taylor, denied away from behind, and too aggressive on the denial. Zoe Brown, a 5'9" sophomore. She'll get her first foul, and Mandy Taylor will go to the line. 1-and-1 for her. Taylor, 5.5 points a game. And make that 5 a game, 5.5 rebounds a game. She's their leader on the glass. Rattles around the front end of the 1-and-1.
That did not go over the front of the rim by much, did it? That
no,
was
it didn't.
Like a free throw, but she'll take it because it went in.
She's 60% on the season at the foul line. Second one is good. Whatever works for you.
Whatever works, and that she's got it dialed in.
Biggest lead of the night for Montpelier at 17-8 with 1:50 to play in the first half. Right side, Stores trying to turn the corner, is swallowed up by a double team. Bounce pass to Brown, who rolls it home. Zoe Brown off the bench. 17-10. Here's Mahan. Taylor wasn't ready for it, but grabs it. Now McGee straight on look at a 3, way off, no good. Rebound on the deck. Held ball. Possession belongs to Montpelier with 1.5 to play in this first half. It has been a slow grind here in the second quarter, particularly. Probably for the half, but definitely in the second quarter.
Definitely the second quarter. But a lot of that, again, is because Kelsey Bum is on the bench with 3 fouls.
Here's Hiller down low to Taylor. Out in front to Uribe. Spin move, kick out. McGee back to Uribe. Uribe to Mahan. Ball movement around now to Hiller. Down to the post to Taylor and over the top. Zoe Brown gets her second foul. A little slow in getting to that denial spot.
Yeah, just came right over the back of her. She was caught behind her and should have just swallowed her losses and tried to just play her straight up at that point.
Back to the line goes Mandy Taylor.
But again, she's another one of those young ones. What'd you say, sophomore, I believe?
Taylor now 3 for 3 at the foul line, has 5. The next one is also good.
She has those dialed in.
Back to a 9-point Montpelier lead, 19-10. This possession going to take us to the 1-minute mark and probably under. Stores. Demi Stores, top of the circle. Bounce pass right side to Powers. Powers guarded by Hillard. Powers trying to shed her at the elbow. Step back jumper, good from 15, Nevaeh Powers.
Yeah, she shows a lot of promise. She does some nice things.
That brings it back to 7 again, 19-12. Here's Mira McGee on the wing, down low for Taylor.
That was a hot one.
It was. That was real hot to handle.
Yeah, nice
she is
job
able to
by Taylor to ground that.
keep possession.
Yep.
Here's Uribe to Mahan to Hillard, down to the box, low left side. Taylor, turnaround, jump hook, good. 20 seconds and counting to play. 21-12, Montpelier.
It's her quarter. That's what, 7
Sure
on the
is.
quarter? Between her free throws.
Right side, Kovar to Powers with 5 on the clock. Lost the handle.
Wow.
Basketball to Montpelier from half court. Uribe's no. And that'll do it for 3 quarters of basketball. We go to the locker room. Montpelier 21, Fayette 12. You're listening to BBC Girls Basketball on B-Rock Sports.
Be part of the Montpelier Athletic Boosters and help support all the athletes at the Montpelier schools by calling 419-485-6785. The Montpelier Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the Montpelier athletes good luck in today's game. Strive to be the best, and you will succeed at everything you do. The Montpelier Boosters are proud of all your achievements. Good luck and do your best. That's all anyone can ask. And go Locos!
You worked hard for your money. That's why we see to it that your money works hard for you, not someone else. At Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, our earnings belong to our members and go right back to work for you, from better rates to lower fees. We've got the products and people to help you build a more fantastic future every step of the way. Join 14,000 other people just like you who want to do more with their money. Imagine a different possibility at Midwest Community Federal Credit Union.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Starks Plumbing and Heating Services helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Starks Plumbing and Heating Services and see how soon you can get a Lennox home comfort system that'll help improve your health and your mood. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call us today at 1-800-329-4040 or visit us at starksphs.com. For all of your insurance needs, see Denny Gehrig or Elaine Hake at Gehrig's All-Star Insurance Agency, East Main Street in Montpelier. Gehrig's All-Star Insurance Agency offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance, plus financial responsibility bonds are available. Gehrig's All-Star Insurance Agency wants to salute and congratulate all of the area athletes for their time and commitment. Good luck to all the athletes. From Gehrig's All-Star Insurance Agency, East Main Street, Montpelier.
The Fayette Athletic Boosters would like everyone to know how proud they are of the Fayette Eagles basketball teams, both the girls and the boys. They always work very hard, putting their heart into every game they play. The Fayette Athletic Boosters will always be proud of them and will always support them. Good luck to all the basketball players in today's game and on your tournament run from the Fayette Athletic Boosters. The Fayette Athletic Boosters are proud supporters of all the Fayette Eagles athletes.
Halftime here, 21-12. Montpelier with the lead as we take a look at the first half numbers. Even with the 3 fouls, Kelsey Bum still found her way to score 7 in that first. Lila Mahan 2, Tatum Grimm with 2. Mandy Taylor leads Montpelier with 8. Jada Uribes with 2 for the total of 21. For Fayette, Demi Stores with 4. Nevaeh Powers with 2. Zoe Brown with 2, Addison Shong 2, Kennedy Ramey with 2. Fayette ends up 4 of 17 from the field, 0 for 3 from the three-point line. Montpelier just 6 of 26 shooting, 1 of 9 from the three-point line. Montpelier helping to spread the lead, 8 of 13 at the foul line. Fayette 3 for 4 shooting free throws. Suzanne?
Okay, for the Fayette Lady Eagles, I had them 4 of 17 overall for 24%, 1 of 3 behind the arc for 33%. They have 14 turnovers on the evening. He's got to clean that up for sure. 3 offensive, 9 defensive for a total of 12 rebounds. On the flip side, for the Montpelier Lady Locals, I have them 6 of 25 for 24%. 1 of 8 behind the arc for 13%. 6 turnovers. 9 offensive, 7 defensive, total of 16 rebounds.
And the halftime score reads 21-12 Montpelier. Your halftime show continues from the main stops of Northwest Ohio when we come back.
If you've been thinking about a remodeling project for your home or business, Thiel Supply Center in Blakesley should be your first choice. Thiel Supply Center in Blakesley not only has all the lumber for that project, they also have all the building supplies you'll need, along with everything you need for the project, including the cabinetry, plus the expertise to help make your home even more beautiful. It's all at Thiel Supply Center, located in Blakesley. Thiel Supply Center, wishing good luck to all the players in tonight's game.
Hi, I'm Molly Culler, your local Allstate agent. I live and work here just like you. And with all kinds of local insurance advice, I am someone you can count on to help you protect all that's good in your life. I make it easy to save on the quality protection you need. I will even help do the switching and paperwork for you. So stop by my office today for a quote. We are located on West High Street in Bryan. That's 1111 West High Street in Bryan.
Have you always dreamed of starting your own business? Are you looking for ways to fund your child's education or save for retirement? Maybe you'd like to buy that dream home. Well, the State Bank can help you meet your financial goals, whatever they may be. With State Bank, you'll get all the products and services you expect from your bank with the personal attention of a locally operated community bank. Find a location near you today. State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Paul Rohrig Jr. at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. We hope that you and your family will have the best that the holiday season affords. The best of health, the best of family, and the best of happiness. The Fackler Monument Company sincerely wishes that you and your loved ones are safe this season and that the coming year will bring you success and happiness. Have a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Year's from Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. Serving families since 1924.
Jason Deach Collision and Customs is Northwest Ohio's largest trailer dealer with over 300 trailers in stock, from 53-foot race trailers and custom toter homes to open deck car trailers, dump trailers, landscape trailers, and equipment trailers. But they don't just sell trailers, they service them, add options, and do repairs on any brand. Because they're racers themselves, they know how to build the trailer right for your racing needs. Stop by their Edgerton location or shop 24/7 at jasondeachtrailersales.com. If you can dream it, they can build it at Jason Deach Collision and Customs.
21-12 Montpelier. Suzanne, how in the world, it's a 9-point game. Let's start with Fayette. How do they cut down on turnovers? What do they, I know Montpelier has something to do with it. What do they need to do better?
Hats off to Montpelier playing aggressive defense, but Fayette's got to help themselves with screening a little bit more, screening off the ball, screening on the ball. It's pretty tight man pressure, so usually screening will help alleviate that and cut down on the dribble. Just a little too much. They're taking it, like when they take the ball to the basket, it's just one or two too many dribbles. If they'll just stop short and maybe take that jumper instead.
How does Montpelier spread it and start to pull away? What do they need to do better?
Stay out of foul trouble, and then they've got to get into a rhythm and in a sync on offense. They never did, and they still have a 9-point lead. But the main thing is to keep, obviously, Kelsey Bum in the game, so she's got to keep herself from getting in any more foul trouble. But just getting into a rhythm and getting a little better, a little smoother on offense. Now, I like, because they were so aggressive taking the ball to the basket, they got to shoot so many free throws, and that obviously bodes for them. But I'd like to see in the second half just a little bit more continuity to their offense and being able to get into a little better flow.
21-12 Montpelier halftime show brought to you by the main stops of Northwest Ohio. We'll take one final timeout. The start of the second half is next.
They were once in a car seat. Now they're in the driver's seat. Having a teen driver is scary enough without the added cost to insure them. Let us help you ease your fears and save money with the Teen Smart Driver Safety Program from the Central Insurance Companies. Teen Smart's the most proven driver crash reduction program ever developed. When your teen driver enrolls in and completes the course, you could save hundreds of dollars on your Central auto policy. Call Andrews O'Neill & Lowe today to learn more about this smart way to save money. With offices in Archbold, Bryan, and Wasion, or you can find us online at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
Looking to earn good money in a great work atmosphere? Come join the team at 2020 Custom Molded Plastics in Holiday City. They're now looking for full-time and part-time production operators, and they have schedules that fit everyone. Earn $500 monthly for perfect attendance, refer a friend, and get a $500 referral bonus. No mandated overtime, clean environment, and full benefits at 30 days. Apply online today at 2020cmp.com, then stop in Monday through Friday from 9 to 4 for open interviews on Selwyn Drive in Holiday City.
Looking for something different for your next event? The Eager Beaver Axe Hole is perfect for birthdays, corporate parties, and other special occasions. Axe throwing lanes, full-service bar, keno, pool tables, and more. Reserve your lanes today or ask about their exclusive VIP room. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, or call 419-980-7121. The Eager Beaver Axe Hole, just off State Route 24 in Defiance. Defiance's first axe throwing venue.
When you're in need of a new appliance, go to your local appliance dealer, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan. They carry new, used, and scratch and dent appliances. They carry the brands you need: Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, and GE. Many in stock for you to take home today. Then when you have something wrong in years to come, Direct Link will also service everything. No need to call that 800 number and talk to someone you don't know. Just call Direct Link at 419-636-4541, and they'll be out to fix it for you whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, your local appliance dealer.
Some scores quickly. Halftime in the GMC in boys hoops. Ayersville leading Wayne Trace 23-22. Northwest Conference, Crestview 31-14 lead on Columbus Grove at the half. Van Wert edging Defiance 28-26. Boys basketball at the half. Northview 13-6 lead over Napoleon at the end of one. Fayette basketball as we begin the second half of play. Demi Storrs rotates it over now to Kennedy Ramey. Ramey bounce pass to Nevaeh Powers. Emerson Sinks is also out there. And Hannah Kovar, their original five. Ooh. Kovar in the corner. It's deflected by McGee and out of bounds. McGee, Taylor, Uribe, Bum with the three fouls, and Hillard will begin the second half for the Lady Locos. 21-12, Montpelier in front. In the lane, the pull-up jumper, no good from Powers. Rebound to Montpelier.
Much better there, though, because she didn't take it too deep.
Here's Uribe. Gives to McGee. McGee, wing jumper, good. Mira McGee. Got a good shot.
Very good shot.
Now the lead goes to 11. Montpelier gets a deflection. Loose basketball to Fayette. Powers looks ahead to Storrs. Bounce pass into Sinks. Blocked, and it's going to be number 4 on Hannah Bum. And again, this is going to be one of these nights that you would deem easily maybe the biggest learning experience night for Hannah Bum in terms of playing with fouls, which will come as she gets older.
Yeah, and has to understand in that situation, 2 points is better than a fourth foul. And it's hard. It's hard because she's competitive, and she didn't want the girl to score. But at that point, you have to give that up.
Emerson Sinks splitting the pair, her first point of the night. So there are co-leading scorers for Montpelier, Uribe's and Bum. Kelsey Bum's quarter is probably done, and this is exactly what Montpelier needs out of Jada Uribe's now, and she recognized that and went right at the basket.
She did.
Here's Powers through traffic, bounce pass
nice
to Sinks, and lays it in. Emerson Sinks.
Man, that was a pretty pass.
Montpelier 25, Fayette 15. 6.5 to play in the third. Here on WBNO FM in Bryan as we cross the 8 o'clock hour. Taylor ISO on Sinks, and she muscles it on. Montpelier 3 for 3 from the field to begin the second half. Full court pressure. Powers up the sideline. Throws to Stores, and that catch was high enough that kind of caused her to drag that pivot foot and turn it over.
Balance. However, I thought she got rid of it actually before the other foot moved, but you're right. It threw her off balance.
So it goes back Montpelier's way as they enjoy their largest cushion of the night right now at 27-15. Hillard loops it into the corner, now on the wing to McGee. McGee to the elbow to Taylor. Back cut, lay-in attempt, and Mahan missed it. Got her own rebound, puts that back up, no good. And another rebound attempt, and we have a foul called on Fayette. That personal will be number 2 on Powers.
That was another thing I didn't talk about, but another one of the keys was they were going to have to shut down Montpelier on the offensive glass, which they are not doing, and they have to do a better job on their own offensive glass.
Lila Mahan, first foul shot is down and through. 28-15, Lady Locos. Tomorrow night it's boys basketball. Stryker at Hicksville. Coverage will start at about 7. Stryker, of course, picking up a big win in the BBC last night on opening night there. Double dribble on Kennedy Ramey for Fayette. Hicksville came into tonight, their opener, and they're going to be favored in tonight against a Fairview team that's young and finding their way. And they have a chance to go to 6-0 coming into tomorrow night. Hicksville 5-0. Congratulations. Tony Tier earlier this year became the winningest coach in the history of Hicksville boys basketball. Another field goal by Taylor, and Montpelier is 4 of their first 6, and they build a double-digit 15-point lead, 30-15. Timeout on the floor, Eagles.
The Fayette Athletic Boosters would like everyone to know how proud they are of the Fayette Eagles basketball teams, both the girls and the boys. They always work very hard, putting their heart into every game they play. The Fayette Athletic Boosters will always be proud of them and will always support them. Good luck to all the basketball players in today's game and on your tournament run from the Fayette Athletic Boosters. The Fayette Athletic Boosters are proud supporters of all the Fayette Eagles athletes.
Your friends at your neighborhood Eden Farmers Co-op Country Store would like to invite you to stop in at the Eden, Montpelier, and Edgerton stores to check out their complete line of pet supplies, animal feed, and outdoor products. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is ready to answer all of your questions concerning their complete line of Kalmbach, Land O'Lakes, and much, much more. For your convenience, your purchase can be carried to your vehicle by one of their employees. Be sure to stop by soon and see them at your hometown country store, the Eden Farmers Co-op.
Out of the Fayette timeout, Montpelier gets a deflection. Loose basketball, still finally grabbed by Fayette, nearly ripped back away by Hillard. Scramble now for a loose ball, and it'll be Fayette getting it and crossing midcourt with it. It's Kovar to Powers. Spin dribble. Gives it to Sink, and she's unable to bring it in, and Sinks and Fayette will cough up the possession.
Third turnover of the quarter, and that would be number 17 overall.
30-15 Montpelier here on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Top of the key, Uribe's dribble drive right to the lane, all the way to the rim, layup, no good. Taylor on the glass is fouled on the putback attempt. Mandy Taylor's been huge tonight for Montpelier.
Absolutely huge, and again, I mentioned that on as a key because I've watched her play the last couple of years and said, she keeps working at her game. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
And she was somebody that role had to be different for her this year. They need more scoring and rebounding out of her this year with the loss of what they had from graduation last year with Paige, who ate up a lot of that space on the interior.
I was going to say that's exactly it. She's had to step it up, and she is definitely doing that this evening. Looks really good and looks comfortable doing it.
Missed the first free throw. Addison Shong and Zoe Brown in for Fayette now. Try to supply a little more size. She missed both free throws. Rebound tapped out. Tracked down by Taylor. Now to McGee. She'll knife her way to the basket. Left that one short. Rebound back to McGee. Montpelier just absolutely throttling Fayette on the glass. Hillard a driving layup, no good. Talk about great looks. I'll bet that's a half dozen tonight Montpelier's missed on layup attempts. Or this thing would be over by now, essentially.
Yes.
As it stands, it's 15. Montpelier turning Fayette over again. Uribe's to Hillard, knifing her way to the rim, and another layup, no. Taylor put back, no. Rebound out of bounds off Fayette. Boy, they're working hard. They're getting opportunities. They're up 15, but
6 offensive rebounds in this quarter. We're almost at the halfway mark. Again, Fayette did not make that adjustment at a halftime.
Here's Taylor. Bounce pass far side to Mahan. Mahan swatted away on the drive by Shong. And Shong comes down with the basketball. 4:20 to go in the third. 30-15 Montpelier. Off the right side. Now top the key to Shong. Shong.
Travel.
Now to Stores. Post entry for Brown. Denied away nicely by Taylor.
Right.
Here's Uribe's. J.D. Uribe's. Cross court to McGee. McGee dumps it back to the right. Mahan. Mahan on a take. Runner. No good. Saved, though, by Montpelier and Taylor. Montpelier, by the way, has now missed their last 7 shots. Most of them inside. Another chance. Up and one, Mira McGee. And that was the toughest of all of them.
Oh, wow. That was pretty. That was a scoop.
Probably the toughest of all of them.
Yeah.
And that one goes.
And I'm running out of space on my shot chart close to the basket.
McGee to the line. She's 0 for 2 tonight. Here's Humbarger for Mahan. Tatum Grimm is also back in. And now Mira McGee will try to finish the three-point play. Wonderfully executed pick and roll. McGee with 5 now after making the free throw. Montpelier on a 12-3 stretch here in the third quarter, and they force another Fayette giveaway.
6th one of the quarter.
Casey Humbarger will come help on the inbounds, get it back to Aaliyah Hillard. Hillard between the circles, bounces it now to Humbarger. Humbarger to the right. Humbarger out in front now to Hillard. Right point to McGee, to Humbarger, who will hoist the 3, no good. Rebound to Fayette. Approaching 3 minutes left in this third quarter. 33-15 Montpelier on the Andres and Illinois scoreboard. Inside to Kovar. Kovar flips it back to Shong. Threw that one to the wrong shoulder on a low post entry to Kovar. Taylor got another wraparound steal. Hillard, too tall for Grimm. Montpelier will return the favor turnover-wise.
First turnover of the quarter, though, for Montpelier.
Kovar, hard push with a right-hand dribble, sends a wild one up, no good. Suzanne, that's just their third shot. Make it a 4th shot now, blocked by Taylor. Held on the play is Taylor by Kennedy Ramey. Ramey has her first foul. By the way, Montpelier, this is one of those little quirks in the schedule. Opening night, conference game tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Quick turnaround tomorrow. They have a noon JV game at Ayersville. So it's even a road game tomorrow at Ayersville. Varsity then would tip, around that
Who's
2
the
o'clock.
AD here?
I know.
Just kidding.
I know.
Just kidding.
And Ayersville's not bad. Jumper along the baseline, good for Tatum Grimm.
No, I hear they've got a pretty good ball club.
On the Powers bounce pass, a Hillard foul will give her 3. So Kelsey Bum with 4, Aaliyah Hillard with 3. But for Montpelier, They are up 35-15 with these 2 foul difficulties. It'll be inbounded on the far side by Kelsey Stores.
They have found their stride on the offense, that's for sure.
Shong's pass deflected by Taylor, deflected out of bounds by Taylor.
And that's one of those things, again, these young kids that Fayette got to learn. Maybe a little ball fake high, go low, instead of throwing into the hands.
Lila Mahan returns. Backside, Zoe Brown comes open, but on the closeout, she's fouled by Taylor. Just Mandy Taylor's first. And Zoe Brown has a couple free throws coming her way.
Yeah, and I thought that one actually looked pretty clean. There's been a couple that I thought could have. That one was not one of them. I thought that was pretty clean.
Hicksville, we mentioned a shot at 6-0.
Mm-hmm.
Sluggish start tonight over 1-3 Fairview to open the conference. At the half, Hicksville leads 15-13. Ayersville 36, Wayne Trace 26 in boys hoops, 3:17 left. Trace is probably the GMC favorite.
That's what I was thinking, that they were the favorite. Huh.
Northview 21, Napoleon 14, boys basketball also at the half. Zoe Brown hitting 1 of 2.
And pretty much
she has 3.
Pretty much for Fayette, it's one and done.
Inside, no good. And on the rebound, we have an arrow, and that possession belongs to Fayette. 2 minutes left, quarter number 3, 35-16, Montpelier in front. Here on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Opening night in the BBC, 1 result already in. Holgate edging Eden tonight. Pull-up jumper, Powers, no, from the right side elbow. McGee comes down with a rebound. Now it's ahead into the front court to Mahan. Mahan to Grimm, who didn't look it in, and it's a turnover, Montpelier. This is our last girls' game of the 22 portion of the schedule, and coincidentally, our first game will involve Montpelier in the 23 portion. Will be that opening Thursday of 2023. Another BBC matchup when they take on Eden in conference play, which I really think is going to be a fascinating race this year.
I think so too. I think you're going to have to play every night. I know that sounds funny, but it's true. You're going to have to be on. You have to be focused and ready.
And a turnover by Fayette at the 123 mark along the baseline. I say Montpelier's the favorite only because they've won 3 in a row. And to be the champ, you got to beat the champ.
Yep, you're right.
But Stryker can win it.
Yes.
Hilltop can win it. Traveling violation on Mahan. Pettisville is around a 500 team. I'm interested in that result tonight against Hilltop. That's who they open against. We don't know about Holgate. They're kind of an unknown quantity. I don't know that. I mean, they got a win over Eden tonight, but I don't know that they're. And North Central's in a rebuild. But you saw Fayette at 1-6, and we had a halftime score of 21-12. It was single digits most of that first half against this Montpelier team. Powers drills the 3. Nevaeh Powers. That's the second made 3, I beg your pardon, of the game. I gave wrong stat, by the way. They were 1 of 3 from the three-point line in that first half. And now a lay-in to make it 37-19 for Lila Mahan, who now has 5. Final 35 seconds. Zoe Brown was going to remove without the basketball. Turnover. Now Mahan the other way. A layup off the right side is good. Back-to-back Mahan field goals, and just like that, the lead is 20. Stores tipped away by Taylor and knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, just can't look that pass in so much. You're just staring at who you're throwing it to. You got to kind of disguise that a little more.
Here's Demi Stores launching a 3. Front of the iron, no. Rebound Montpelier. Mahan the other way at the elbow, gives to Tatum Grimm in the lane, and it dances in for Tatum Grimm. 2 seconds. 1 half-court try. Powers off the heel, no good. 41-19, all Montpelier as we go to the 4th on B-Rock Sports.
You never know what life will throw your way, so you always need to be protected. At Danielle Van Atta Agency in Bryan, they will take care of you. With years of experience and expertise in the field, Danielle and her team will get you headed in the right direction with your home, auto, life, or business insurance. So when life throws something at you, you know you're protected the right way. Contact Danielle Van Atta Agency today at 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan, or call 419-636-0408. Danielle Van Atta Agency, ready to help protect you. Just getting your Christmas shopping started or finishing up? Donaldson's Ace Hardware on North Union Street in Bryan has just what you're looking for during their Rapid in Red sale going on now through the 24th. Buy a Milwaukee cordless drill and impact driver kit and get a Milwaukee cordless sawzall, oscillating tool, jigsaw, grinder, or leaf blower for free. Check out their DeWalt 20-volt max power tools, your choice of select tools for only $129 with Ace Rewards, or a DeWalt 20-volt max 4-tool combo kit for only $179 with Ace Rewards. It's all going on now at Donaldson's Ace Hardware in Bryan.
We open the fourth quarter. We were just talking about on the pick and roll into Taylor, who lays it in right side. We were just talking about how the BBC might go, and we were using Hilltop Pettisville as a litmus test, right?
Yes.
Hilltop 39, Pettisville 38, final on opening night.
Oh, wow.
So there you go.
Yep.
Hilltop handed Montpelier their only loss of this regular season. It was a non-conference loss. A miss from Fayette, but then an offensive rebound. Kayla Slowinski, a freshman, she lays it in and now has a shot at a three-point play.
Yeah, and that, again, was one of the keys we talked about. If they'd have been able to do that a little bit more often earlier, Fayette might not find themselves in such a hole.
Slowinski missed the free throw. Uribe snags the rebound. Bum is back in. Has not gotten a lot of playing time here lately because of getting number 3 and number 4 relatively quickly. Tries to get some instant offense, turn the corner, can't get it to go, and then on the rebound, it was grabbed by Powers, but she forgot to put it on the deck and traveled.
Yeah, finally one and done for the Locos, and then they give it right back to him on the turnover.
Off the inbounds, it comes in. Bum wide open, look at a 3, and knocks it down from the left point.
Cannot give that young lady that much time. I don't care if she's ice cold coming in. She's going to drain that.
Double figures for the young lady, playing what?
4 minutes?
I mean, 24 minutes of a game, so
Not
probably
much.
she's played maybe half. I don't even know if half.
I don't even think half. I was thinking 8 minutes, maybe.
Here's Powers between the circles, guarded by Hillard. Over to the right side now to Kovar. Kovar comes back, jump stop just below the foul line, no good. Rebound Taylor, who in my opinion has been their MVP tonight.
I would agree. Wholeheartedly agree with that.
Hillard to Uribe's. Uribe's, same angle that Bum just took, same result, a lay-in. They have found the driving lanes all night long. And, you know, they're up 27, Coach H. They could be up 40 because of some missed layups.
Yes. Quite a few missed.
Here's Powers, little hip check foul. Nice finish.
Very nice fish. She took a lot of contact there and did a nice job. Now, that said, I'm not sure what Mandy Taylor was supposed to do. I felt she was straight up.
She got her second. Ayersville 42-34 over Wayne Trace at the end of 3. Foul shot, no good. Rebound, Taylor again.
Well, I can't believe they didn't give her a reshot. That thought the Montpelier girl came across the line.
Hillard skip past McGee, 15-footer, rattles around, no. Rebound, Lady Eagles. 5:50 left in this one. 48-23 Montpelier on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Stores from downtown for 3, no. Rebound, Lady Locos. Here's Bum weaving her way left side. Rotates it out. Hillard will take a 3. That is off the heel, no good. Offensive rebound, Montpelier. J.D. Uribe, spin move, dish out to McGee. Short corner entry into Taylor. As she spun, she had it tapped away, and she'll recover it and throw it out in front. And they'll reboot offensively. Back it goes. Taylor muscles it home.
Nice find. Very nice find there by Aaliyah Hillard.
16 for her, and I wonder if it's a career high. I got to believe it probably is.
I would guess yes. She didn't have to score last year much.
Sink's shot is blocked by Taylor. That'll add to the stat sheet.
Yep.
And then a jump ball, loose ball stays with Fayette. So Montpelier is going to leave here winning their 6th in a row and go to 6-1 as Willow Mitchell will come in. She's a 5'2 freshman. Dad, of course, the head boys coach at Fayette. Todd, 1-0 in the BBC. Fayette's going to drop to 1-7, 0-1 in the conference. The runner in the lane, no, from Kovar. Fayette, by the way, just did pick up that first win earlier this week over Toledo Waite in convincing fashion as J.D. Uribe's gets her 2nd foul.
Well, you can see it. You can see there's some ability there. They obviously are going to have to cut down on turnovers. They're going to have to do a much better job of rebounding the basketball and not allowing their opponents so many extra shots. But you can see the bones are there. It's just a matter of, experience and continue to work hard on your fundamentals.
That was the 7th team foul on Montpelier, so we're into a 1-1 situation. Slowinski gets the bounce on this one. One more chance coming. We mentioned what's next for Montpelier. It's Ayersville tomorrow, and they're not done yet after the Ayersville game. Missed the second one. Offensive rebound ripped away and then kicked out of bounds by Montpelier. So they go Ayersville, and I was wrong. Ayersville's at home tomorrow. It's not on the road. It's here tomorrow, noon JV tip. And then on December 23rd, they play Pettisville. That's a non-conference BBC game. That one's at Pettisville and will be competitive. And that 3 is good for Demi Storrs, her 2nd 3 of the night. Then Montpelier is in the 2nd year of taking part in that Lady Bears holiday tournament. They get Fairview, a terrific Fairview team, as Montpelier turns it over. Bryan plays striker. Montpelier plays Fairview in the opening round. Either way, those are 4 quality teams in that tournament.
I was just thinking the same thing. Great competition there. And again, when you play competition like that, it just helps you down the road because it makes you a better ball team.
And that Eden game is at Eden January 5th, the next time we will see Montpelier. Plus, they play a good Liberty Center team. They play Tenora and Antwerp in non-conference. So challenges for Montpelier, and win or lose, they're going to become a better basketball team because of some of the competition that they're going to see the rest of this season.
Yes, absolutely right.
We'll talk Fayette in a moment as Montpelier has a giveaway at the 3:50 mark. Up 50-27 over Fayette. Remember the first time? 51-28. Isn't it eerie how we're pretty similar again?
It didn't start that way.
No.
I thought this was going to be closer.
Turnover by Fayette. Montpelier coming into the front court. Bum has it. Next up for Fayette will be a home game with Hilltop on Tuesday. That's non-conference. And then they go to Pettisville on the 29th in a non-conference. Spin, basket, and a foul. J.D. Uribe's.
She has mastered the spin move. She does a super job of using that spin move, gaining those extra steps and being able to get to the basket and finish.
You can really see when we talked with Mike Bum why he's excited about this group this year and moving forward.
Sure,
Bum,
absolutely.
Uribe's, Hillard, all sophomores. We don't even have Madeline Hopper here. She's been under the weather, so she's not here tonight as Uribe's hits the free throw. Taylor's a junior, so she's a great ingredient for this year and next year.
McGee
also a junior.
Yeah.
Jumper no good from 2.
Yeah, there is reason for optimism because, again, we watched the JV last year for, Montpelier, which is the majority of these kids now. And, yeah, they steamrolled a lot of teams. So he has every reason to be optimistic because they're only going to get better if they put any kind of time into it, even in the off season.
53-27. That was the 6th foul on Fayette. So Montpelier basketball. We've got a lot of kids either in doubles or close to doubles for Montpelier tonight.
Now that's it. I am kind of surprised, and I know Kelsey's spent a lot of time on the bench this evening with foul troubles, but I'm kind of surprised this late and this big of a lead that basically the starters are out there.
And maybe we can't see the people below the team's trade turnovers. waiting for a dead ball, perhaps especially. Bum, drive, basket, and a chance at a three-point play.
She takes contact about as well as anyone that I've seen in a long time to the basket and is able to still finish.
And here you go. Here comes your mass substituting now because there's that noon JV tip coming tomorrow afternoon with the varsity around 2, so they're back at it. And again, they're young, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old.
If they had a dance tonight, they'd be every dance. That's what I always told my kids. You're not tired. If there was a dance tonight, you'd be dancing everyone.
56-27 Montpelier, 13 in limited playing time tonight for Bum. Grimm, by the way, came in. So did Casey Humbarger and Lila Mahan. Fayette turns it over.
And that young lady, let me see if I find Shong. She'd have been better suited taking that shot. She did a nice job of gathering herself with a jump stop, but then just sailed it out of bounds.
What are your thoughts on Fayette and where they go from here with a lot of basketball to play?
Again, I think there's a good nucleus there. I think there's definitely some kids that, well, we watched the JV and they played extremely well together. I think that's what it's going to take. It's just time and a commitment.
Jada Uribe's, after a miss, has another opportunity. No. Offensive rebound, Humbarger out to Mahan for a long 2. No good. And now Willow Mitchell has it for Fayette. A reach and a foul on Humbarger with 1:56 left in this one.
Yeah, again, they have to keep working at it. We talk about the turnovers. Definitely have to cut down on those. Rebounding was an issue tonight. They've given up far too many offensive rebounds to Montpelier, so you got to work on that. But, again, you can see there's some talent there. They just, what are they going to do with it? What are you going to work at it to make yourself better?
Mitchell hits the front end of the 1-and-1. One more to come. Well, we told you Hilltop beat Pettisville 39-38. Stryker pounding North Central 42-16 after 3. Mitchell goes 2 for 2. So those are some BBC scores. Ayersville continuing to lead Wayne Trace 42-34. Defiance holding on to the lead 38-36 over Van Wert, end of 3. OG up big. Now Ayersville 52-39. Jump shot good for Tatum Grimm. And we have a foul away from the basketball on Mahan.
Mahan, yes.
Did they count it?
They did count the basket.
Okay.
Said it was after the shot was made.
Mahan will get her third. And who gets to come to the line?
Clarification of what? Is he talking to Coach? I thought he was. I think just clarifying what she did. Wants to know what she did.
Now we're making sure they got the right Lady Eagle to go to the line, and it's Shong. Addison Shong on a 1-and-1.
1-and-1 still. Okay.
1:43 your time remaining. 58-29 Montpelier. Shong connects on the front end of the 1-and-1.
Now I think he's going to explain to that young lady what she was doing and why she can't do it.
Shong, next one, knocks it home. 4 for her on the night. 58-31. Here's Humbarger into the front court. Picks her dribble up, gives it up to Hillard. By the way, keep an eye. Remember Aaliyah's name. She's got a legit shot at Columbus in track and field.
Oh, does she?
She is terrific in the hurdles. Got a good taste of it last year in her freshman season. Advancing to regionals. Ball deflected away. Loose ball grabbed by by Fayette. Slowinski. Now a mad scramble at midcourt. Everybody on the deck. Fayette comes away with it. Here's Shong in the lane. Layup no good. Out of bounds, stays with Fayette with 1:06 to play. Get our first look at the Montpelier boys on Tuesday night. Adam and I will. Montpelier at North Central in a non-conference BBC game. Pettisville at Bryan on Thursday, as I will be a slacker next week. Only 2 games No show, by the way, the next 2 weeks. We'll return with Sports Weekly January 4th. Matt Ripke from Eden, Brian Ziegler from Archibald, and Chad Burt from Wauseon will be the first guests of 2023.
I just caught
It's a lot of wins.
I just caught that slacker comment.
3, no good. Offensive rebound, Montpelier. Kelsey
Again.
Bum with 45 seconds.
Again, offensive rebound. Too many. I mean,
Jump
too many if you're Fayette. Not enough, obviously, if you're Montpelier, although they've done really well on the offensive glass. But kudos to Fayette, still playing hard.
Yep.
You know?
Yep, and you have to just assume they just need to keep working at it. Brighter days potentially ahead if they continue to put the time in. And basketball is and always has been the main sport at Fayette, boys or girls.
Yes, yep.
25 seconds remaining. Bum fouled in the lane. Will shoot 2. With 25 seconds left. Kelsey Bum is 3 for 3 at the line until that miss. One more opportunity here. Short on the second one. Fayette rebound. Pushing it up the floor, intercepted, or at least deflected away by Bum. It wasn't a full turnover. Now loose ball to Aaliyah Hillard. Stopping the clock at 13.9. Possession arrow favors Fayette.
Yeah, they have not stopped playing. They're playing hard, going after it.
Slowinski turns it over. Montpelier with a basketball. Final 8 seconds of this one. And Fayette from behind gets a swipe. Last shot coming up. Runner no good, and that'll do it. Montpelier wins their conference opener and their 6th overall, 58-31. Stay with us. The postgame show is coming your way next.
Be part of the Montpelier Athletic Boosters and help support all the athletes at the Montpelier schools by calling 419-485-6785. The Montpelier Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the Montpelier athletes good luck in today's game. Strive to be the best, and you will succeed at everything you do. The Montpelier Boosters are proud of all your achievements. Good luck and do your best. That's all anyone can ask. And go Locos!
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With Midwest Community Federal Credit Union's new rewards checking account powered by Bazing, you get access to thousands of local discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. All you have to do is show your mobile coupon and save. No matter who you are or what you do, saving money is for everyone. Stop by a Midwest Community branch or visit midwestcommunity.org to open a rewards checking account today.
When you're inside this winter, you want to not only be warm, but also have great indoor air quality. Well, Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services features it all with Lennox and iWave. iWave safely treats the air throughout your home, plus kills mold, bacteria, and viruses. It also reduces odors from pets and cooking, reduces allergens, smoke, static electricity, and dust in the air. And best of all, no maintenance, no bulb, no other parts to replace. Check out Stark's at starksphs.com or phone toll-free 1-800-329-4040.
If you've been thinking about a remodeling project for your home or business, Field Supply Center in Blakesley should be your first choice. Field Supply Center in Blakesley and not only has all the lumber for that project, they also have all the building supplies you'll need, along with everything you need for the project, including the cabinetry, plus the expertise to help make your home even more beautiful. It's all at Field Supply Center, located in Blakesley. Field Supply Center, wishing good luck to all the players in tonight's game.
Have you always dreamed of starting your own business? Are you looking for ways to fund your child's education or save for retirement? Maybe you'd like to buy that dream home. Well, the State Bank can help you meet your financial goals, whatever they may be. With State Bank, you'll get all the products and services you expect from your bank with the personal attention of a locally operated community bank. Find a location near you today. State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Paul Rorig Jr. at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. We hope that you and your family will have the best that the holiday season affords. The best of health, the best of family, and the best of happiness. The Fackler Monument Company sincerely wishes that you and your loved ones are safe this season and that the coming year will bring you success and happiness. Have a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Year's from Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. Serving families since 1924.
Are you looking for a mechanic that really knows how to repair both foreign and domestic vehicles? Let me recommend Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions. Dave has spent the last 25 years diagnosing and repairing all makes and models of vehicles in Northwest Ohio. And he's now teamed up with Jason Dietz on State Route 6 just east of Edgerton. So if you're looking for a mechanic that can fix the problem that your last mechanic couldn't, think of Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions.
Hi, Dan Stuckey here, broker owner of Real Estate Advantage Team. Are you thinking of buying a home, but you're hesitant because of the rising interest rates? Well, don't be. Historically, rates are still very low. While not at their lowest, rates are nowhere near where they were back in the 1980s and 1990s. Home prices are stabilizing, and there are more homes coming on the market. So don't wait until interest rates climb to 9 or 10% or even higher to make your move. Call me today, and I will help guide you through the entire process. From finding financing to handing you the keys to your new home at closing, I am with you every step of the way. With over 25 years of real estate experience, I am your trusted real estate advisor. And as a Christian-based business, when you buy your home through Real Estate Advantage Team, I will donate 10% of the company's net income from your sale to a church or nonprofit charity of your choice, honoring you as the reason for the donation. So let's get you moving. Call 419-636-5100. That's 419-636-5100.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Montpelier, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Welcome back to Montpelier, where the Lady Locos moved to 6-1 on the year, win their 6th in a row, and move to 1-0 here in the BBC with a win tonight. A strong second-half performance in beating Fayette 58 tonight to 31. And joining me is head coach Mike Bohm. And, much better second half than first half, I thought, overall. This was a tough game to play through tonight. And we can say this. You don't have to comment on this, but we'll just say this because for whatever reason, the officials called it closer than it needed to be called tonight, and there was literally no flow in the basketball game tonight at all because that's what we want. $8 to come shoot free throws all night. But through all of that, your kids, I thought, did a terrific job, kind of adjusted as the game went on, did a really good job in both ends of the floor. Let's start on the defensive end because I think that's where you got the ball rolling tonight and how you turned Fayette over again for a second time this season.
Yeah, and I thought, again, we want to play pressure defense, and I think most teams that we compete against, there's a few on our schedule that we just can't compete in an up-and-down game. We want to try to turn it into a full-court game and turn offense into defense and play a little playground ball. Thought this was a game that maybe we could do that again. Had to adjust as we got into foul trouble, and they were calling it very tight on both sides of the floor, and so you have to adjust, and you have to have your team adjust. And got a lot of kids. Kelsey Bum, it's just obvious we're a very different team when she's not in the game, and she really didn't play that much in the first half, and then the second half got a quick fourth one. So still kind of wanted to preserve her a little bit, and then started pulling away. I thought Mandy Taylor tonight was exceptional.
She was your MVP.
She sure was. And again, there was an emphasis. We have a size advantage of getting the ball down low. First half didn't convert, even though we had some nice looks. Tried some other people to get the ball down low to them, and just wasn't catching the ball cleanly or getting them the ball like we would like to. And Mandy's just so big and strong, and we got some kids, get our kids on the perimeter some credit. They found some gaps and found some avenues and some lanes that they could give her the ball. And Mandy, strong and can catch the ball in traffic. And then she converted. Everything looks better when the ball goes in the rim, right? Everything looks better when the ball goes in the rim. So, yeah, she had a big night, not just scoring for us, but also rebounding underneath and limiting them to one possessions. And I don't know what the stat was on that, but I think most of the time they'd get one-shot opportunities. And a lot of that, I thought Mandy rebounded the ball really well.
Coach, what'd you have for?
I had Fayette for 8 offensive, but I had you for 19 offensive boards. You guys just attacked the glass like crazy.
So something Coach, we haven't been very good at that is getting offensive rebound putbacks, and I think that's big in any level of basketball, especially girls basketball.
Absolutely.
And it's something, we were so blessed, I think, in years past when we had, an Ariel Page and Chelsea McCord who could come from every angle and get offensive putbacks, and something we really haven't been doing a very good job of. So we talked about that. Now, I don't know how you drill that other than emphasize it when you're competing, that, hey, attack the boards and knowing you're at the corners, or if you're not back on defense, get a good look and, rush the rim and try to get a good bounce and then convert it. So it's more of just discussions. I don't know if it's so much, anything you can really do as far as training, coach, and practices. But, yeah, again, we thought we did a pretty good job of that and getting second chance opportunities.
So we think this is going to be a fascinating year in the BBC.
I do too.
You're to be the champ, you got to beat the champ, and you're the 3-time champs. But there are teams. I thought Hilltop Pettisville was a perfect kind of microcosm of what the conference year is going to look like. Pettisville's improved. Hilltop's solid. They play a 1-point game. Hilltop's one of your only losses, or your only loss, not one of, your only loss on the year. Strikers playing well. I just think you're going to see fascinating games in the conference this year.
Well, we talked about that this morning. I think the league champion will have at least one loss in the conference. Who knows? Maybe even 2. Maybe it'll be shared this year. Who knows? But I think there's a few teams right there, 4 teams, that all have a legitimate chance to win this. I'd like to think that maybe we're one of them. I keep thinking we've got a high ceiling and we're going to put it all together. Haven't quite done that yet, but I keep thinking, the points are there.
At times tonight you did.
You do see it occasionally, don't you? That's the consistency that we just haven't gotten. And one player, Mandy Taylor played really good tonight, but on other nights we've had another play. We just haven't had all of our kids that are capable of putting it all together, and I keep thinking that's going to happen, and I believe it will happen, but it just hasn't yet. And we get into our second half of our season, there's no question we've got some heavy hitters coming up. We've got Ayersville tomorrow, who's lost 1 game.
A day game after a night game.
A day game. We could sit here and give an excuse that it's a 12-hour turnaround. We are not going to let our kids think like that. Go out and play. You're 15 and 16 years old. You don't get tired at 15 and 16 years old. All right? That's not in the equation. Go out and play ball.
They'd rather do that than a shoot around or anything else that you'd throw at them anyways.
You better believe it. So they are really good and they are long, and so that's going to be a tremendous challenge. We then play Pettisville. I think it's Thursday or Friday of next week, the 23rd. And you said it. That's a team that could compete for the BBC championship. We then go to the holiday tournament right after Christmas and play Fairview. Have you seen some of Fairview's scores lately? My goodness, it's like the teams back in the early 90s. They're beating people by 60 and 70 points, it seems like. So we've got some much more difficult.
And then either Brian or Stryker on the back end of that.
So then, you got Brian and Stryker right now is probably playing as good as anybody in the BBC. They have the best player in the BBC in the Wool's Scroll at point guard. So we're going to be challenged by some teams that are going to be a little stronger than what we've seen so far. We know that. But again, we're 6-1. We're in a pretty good spot. We have upside. I know that the consistency's not there, and I know when I say that to people, I don't see it there, Bummer. It's there. I'm telling you, it's there. Now, when it all gets together and when we put it all together, we're going to look pretty darn good. And hopefully we can do that here sooner rather than later in this season. So, but like where we're at, and all of our goals, again, we're at that mid-season. And we've got such good kids on our roster, from good families on our roster. And these are the type of kids that you can win with. And right now, Coach, I think this is about the time you start seeing teams go one direction or another. the kids that, maybe a little lower sports character, they start crashing, missing practices and not giving them much effort half the season. The kids that are just the opposite, like the kids that I got, they go straight up and they start excelling because they don't look for excuses. They work hard. And I think that's the caliber of kids, and the caliber of kids we've really had here at Montpelier the last 4 years. I'm talking high-quality kids. Our GPA, Angie, on this basketball team for our girls, you ought to see it. All of them are 3.5 and above. So
wow.
An area that you or I never sniffed.
That's besides the point, my goodness. that's apples and oranges, right?
Well, with all that said, it's a win tonight. Congrats on it. We won't see you again in person until right after the holidays, so have a great Christmas season. Best of luck in that challenging schedule that's coming up.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and thank you guys for covering us, and appreciate everything you guys do for sports in Northwest Ohio.
Mike Bum, head coach of the Montpelier Lady Locos. They win tonight by the final of 58-31. They got the blowers on. We're the last three in the gym. Yeah. Let's go to the final numbers on this one. Okay. 2 in doubles and 2 others close for Montpelier. Mandy Taylor leads the way with 16. Kelsey Bum in limited minutes because of foul trouble, 13. J.D. Uribe's 9. Lila Mahan, 7. Tatum Grimm finished with 8, so 3 were close. And then Mira McGee had 5 tonight. For Fayette, Demi Stores and Nevaeh Powers led the way with 7. Addison Chong, 4. Kayla Slowinski, 3. Zoe Brown, 3. Emerson Sinks, 3. Whittle Mitchell, 2. And Kennedy Ramey, 2. For Fayette tonight. Montpelier 21 of 59 from the field, 2 of 15 from the three-point line, and they were 12 of 22 from the foul line. For Fayette, they shot just 9 of 36 tonight, 3 of 9 from the three-point distance, 10 of 17 shooting free throws tonight. Coach H?
To finish it out with Fayette, I had them with 30 turnovers on the evening. We talked about it, really ad nauseum. They've got to obviously knock that number down. 8 offensive, 17 defense for a total of 25 rebounds. For the victorious Lady Locos, along with the shooting stats, 14 turnovers on the evening. Here's the one that really sticks out in my mind. 19 offensive boards, 14 defensive boards for a total of 33 boards, and they just pounded that offensive glass. Did a nice job all night.
Boys final, Ayersville springs one on Wayne Trace tonight, 57-47. Good way to start the GMC. And Fairview, after 3, this was about 18 minutes ago, so this is an older score, but Fairview was clinging to a 24-23 lead on Hicksville. We'll have some finals to pass along and with you until 9:30 tonight on the Midwest Community Federal Credit Union Scoreboard Show. One last bit of business. What was your best one tire and service, best play of this Montpelier win?
I hate not giving it to Mandy Taylor because she had such a game tonight, but I tell you what, that was an absolutely beautiful scoop shot made by McGee and an and one to boot. And that happened halfway through the third quarter, and it was just too pretty to not use tonight.
That's a good one. Montpelier 6-1, 1-0 in the BBC. They get Ayersville tomorrow afternoon. Fayette 1-7 overall, 0-1 in the BBC off until next week. Again, your final, Montpelier 58, Fayette 31. Tomorrow night, boys hoops, Stryker at Hicksville. Right now, the Midwest Community Federal Credit Union scoreboard on a Friday night on B-Rock Sports.